Okay, so we're here with Jodie from the Silver Spurs, am I correct?
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, can
Yeah.
you tell me a little bit about the Silver Spurs?
Sure. Silver Spur has been in the area, I believe, since 1947 is correct. So a long time, and it's a multi-discipline equestrian club. So everything from English riders, Western riders, trail riders, all ages, kids, adults, and yeah, they've been very active, especially in the Coombs area.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. How long have you been with Silver Spurs?
Oh boy, I have been with Silver Spur for over 20 years. I don't remember exactly. Maybe
Wow.
more like 30. Yeah.
So can you give us a little bit of a flavor of what it's like if someone wanted to join or?
Yeah.
Um,
It's a really large club that's quite diversified. So lots of different people doing different things. So no matter what you do with your horse, there's a niche for you to fit in. Lots of recreational type things, fun things, trail riding, maintaining trails. They have gymkhanas once a month that are just for fun and very encouraging. So if you've never done it before, it's okay. And if you're competitive, there's even prizes and ribbons for those that are competitive.
can you explain a little bit about what a gymkhana is?
Yeah, gymkhana is like a games day.
Oh,
So, and they're all timed events. So the faster you are, the better you do. But again, it's very encouraging and just for fun. I'm sorry, my dog is down here. What are you doing, Millie? Sit. um, and I don't know, they just different games, barrel racing, pole bending. If you don't know how to do it, they're going to explain it to you when you get there.
right.
So yeah,
Oh, cool.
really positive. Yeah. And lots of trails have been either created or maintained by Silver Spur Riding Club over the years. And they have trail markers. Sometimes maybe if you're walking, you might see little markers with a green horseshoe and a horse on it. And those are from the courtesy of Silver Spur that mark local trails.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So do you get together and go for a trail ride?
Yeah, they do. We do group rides, and we've had group campouts. We've camped out here at the fairgrounds in the last couple of years, and then ridden from here. What else do they do? Previous years we've held competitive rides. They've held horse shows in the past. Yeah, educational nights too, just like with speakers and whatnot for education.
What kind of education?
Like local vets, for example,
Oh,
come
yeah.
and have taught us like some first aid, what to do and when to call the vet, and hoof care. What else have we had talks about? Fitness for the riders.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. All kinds of different things. Pretty much if it's something you want to learn about, let the club know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned different kinds of people. Any age groups that?
There's no, yeah, we have members all the way from, I think, I don't know how young our current oldest member is, but I bet they're 3. Thinking of who it is.
Really?
It might, yeah, so anywhere from just the little guys right up to seniors. Yeah. I don't know how old the age of our oldest members, but I know we have a number of members in their 70s that are still riding actively. And I'm sure we have a couple in their 80s too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. So if I had a horse and wanted to learn a little bit more about riding or where the trails were, would this be a good club to start with?
Yeah, Silver Spur would be a good place to start. We have some maps on their Facebook page. They don't have a website anymore, but we have a Facebook page.
Right.
And so there's some local maps on there that you can use on different apps to find your way, or just print off the map and attempt to follow it that way. And to connect with different people. People often go on the Facebook page and just say, hey, I want to go riding, I don't know, in Nanoose. Who knows the trails? And people will connect that way.
Right.
And learn where you're going.
So all the way down into News.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a way to get from here down to News, or?
Most people would probably trailer to a trailer head or to a
Okay.
trailhead and then ride from there. From right here at the fairgrounds, we can ride mostly through the rail trail and then into other trails from there.
Oh, okay. The rail trail is just down here.
Yeah.
So the trails around here, you talked about the rail trail. That's the one that the RDN just finished?
The
around here?
RDN just finished, yeah.
By the,
Yeah, so it besides it's a multi-use trail, and Silver Spur was influential in helping with the building of it,
oh,
and was able to sit on the committee and have some say as to some of the construction parts, and which was fantastic. And it's one of the only multi-use designated trails throughout the regional district, so it's really nice to have that and be able to share it with all the different users. And it connects into some crown land and whatnot, and some woodlots that we can have other trails on.
oh wow.
Yeah,
So there's lots of trails around here.
lots.
Better if you know somebody on Silver Spur
Probably, yeah.
to find out where they are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So what got you interested in Silver Spurs? How did you hook up with them?
Oh boy. Well, I think my entire family joined when I was, I don't know how old I was. So I got my first pony when I was 8. So
oh, nice.
I'm going to say I grew up into Silver Spurs. I don't know how. Yeah.
That's great. Wow,
Yeah.
what an advantage to get a pony at 8.
I know. I was lucky.
Yeah, so many people would love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so many people around here that do different things with horses. I know people with medicine horses, and
Yeah.
they have people, they bring people with physical problems and mental problems. They seem to kind of equate with horses and connect with them, and it makes a profound effect. Have you noticed that with horses?
Absolutely. Horses are,
Perfect timing.
speaking of, horses are, have an amazing way of communicating. They communicate mostly non-verbally, unless there's something in the distance. And because of that, they're very quiet, soothing animals usually. And they have a way of, I don't know, touching our souls, I guess, that allows us to communicate in a different level with them.
Right. Yeah, I interviewed a lady who wrote a book about her particular horse. She talked about horses as herd animals,
Mm-hmm.
and that they're more of a prey animal than a predator.
Yes. Yes. So it's an interesting relationship that we as predators are, permitted by the horse to sit on their back at all, really.
Right, yeah. So there has to be a certain bond that goes on with
Yeah.
the horse, between you and the
Yeah.
horse too.
There's a lot of mutual respect and trust that's required, both sides.
Yeah, I got a little more appreciation of a horse as not just like a motorbike you get on and ride around. There's a lot more connection
It's
there.
a little bit more to it than just a motorbike that you ride around. Yeah. Yeah. And they definitely have their own personality and their own thoughts of how things should be that day. So they're kind of like us, that have good days and bad days.
Right?
Yeah.
I noticed they're very sensitive. I've done some work on horses before, and that's one thing I did notice. It didn't take much to actually help them out with their problems.
Yeah.
And that would lead me to believe that you have to be pretty good when you're riding a horse to connect with them, because if you're a little bit off, that would really...
Yeah, we can definitely affect their way of going, or just by having off days ourselves, or mixing the line of communication. And yeah, it takes some work. Yeah, takes some work.
I think as every horse has its own personality too,
Mm-hmm.
just like we do.
Yeah, yeah. I
So-
think that's one of my favorite things about them, is that they're really not the same. They're all very different, one from another.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how would someone pick a horse?
Well,
Or
I
does
think
the
the
horse
first
pick them?
question, there's many different ways to pick a horse, but if you're purchasing a horse, I think the biggest thing is, what are your plans? What do you wish to do with that horse? And then making sure that the horse you purchase matches those desires and needs that you have. And then, and sometimes you click and sometimes you don't. And it's okay if you don't. Move on.
Right. Okay. Well, that's really fascinating. Anything more you'd like to add? I'd like to talk about as far as Silver Spurs?
I don't know. Silver
I know
Spurs
it's a big subject.
It's a big,
We
it's
could
a
go on
big
for hours.
active group, and there are
Yeah.
many people that could talk to you. I'm sure even way more than I could, about Silver Spur, and they've been influential in building some of the barns here at the fairgrounds, and helping with the arena build and maintaining the arena. And it's a great group of people. Yeah, great club, great group of people. Lots of positive things happening.
And people can get to you through the Facebook page
Yep.
you mentioned.
Yeah.
Great. great. Silver Spurs.
Yeah, Silver. I think it is Silver Spur of Vancouver Island is the Facebook page.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Well,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, Jodie. Appreciate you sitting down with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.